Okay, so today I am very lucky to have Mark Lizewskie with me from the Rolls-Royce Owners Club, and he is going to take us on a tour of the foundation. And I'm excited to see that myself, as I've never been there in person. So, Mark, welcome. Thank you.
Hi, Annika. Thank you very much for inviting me along. So glad you can make it. Glad we can chat today.
And thank you for entering the building.
Yeah, we've been on lockdown now for 6 weeks. So other than coming in and doing some very essential work, everybody's working from home and keeping the wheels turning on the Rolls-Royce Owners Club and the Rolls-Royce Foundation. So.
And how are all the staff? Are they well?
Everybody's fine. Yep. We've made the appropriate adjustments and it's business as usual. We're very, very fortunate that all of us are in good health, our families are in good health, and that we're able to quickly adapt and work from home. There are some essential things that we need to do here, but we certainly practice scheduling so that people aren't in the building at the same time, and we carry on as best as possible.
And you've had a lot of adjustment recently with the events that you had planned over the summer.
Yeah, certainly the cancellation of the Gettysburg meet in June was, it was a big disappointment for everybody, but certainly it's the right move. I feel bad for our co-hosts that worked for 2 years on this to bring it to fruition and then to have it, fall apart at the end. But at the end of the day, it's all about safety. Yeah, we will be returning to Gettysburg at some point in time. And in the meantime, we will focus on the 2021 meet in Lake George, New York.
Which I'm excited for, and we're definitely coming. So Mark, tell me about your background. You have had a long, solid background with these cars, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. And in cars in general, I was always the kid that couldn't throw a ball to save my life and always got picked to be last on the gym team when they line you up. That's pretty demoralizing. But so I focused all on cars, and it's all I've really ever done. I started working in dealerships some 40 some odd years ago. And after almost 20 years of dealership work, I got into the collector car business. Managed a very prominent private collection for about 12 years. Went on to manage a large car museum here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Did my hand in restoration and restoration shop managing, and I've been here now with the Rolls-Royce Owners Club for about 2.5 years. So I've been busy.
And you're also an exec director of the foundation as well.
Correct. I wear both hats here.
Okay.
There's two separate organizations, two separate boards, two sets of bylaws, but they're on the same property. And the only thing that separates us is basically a swinging door. So it's very easy for me just to, carry on those duties. The two organizations work very symbiotically together and enjoy a good relationship. So it makes perfect sense.
Well, that's probably a good point at which you might want to start giving us a tour.
Sure, absolutely. Well, behind me, so I'm currently sitting in the Rolls-Royce Foundation part of the building. The Rolls-Royce Foundation just celebrated its 15th anniversary last year, and we're in a portion of the building that's owned by the foundation. It's sitting on club property. And a lot of what the foundation does is research. So we've got, you can see behind me a huge amount of locked filing cabinets, and we have a lot of stuff on microfiche, chassis records, databases, and such like that. So that keeps us busy. A lot of our clients are either members who have just acquired a new car, or someone's looking to purchase a car, or it's auction companies or dealers, verifying that what they're representing is what it is. So it's very exciting, and to go through the chassis records, especially of some of the older cars, and see famous names, celebrities and royalty and captains of industry. It's quite intriguing.
I bet those drawers stay locked.
They do. Yes. I mean, there's only, besides myself, we have two other folks here that are working, Sarah and Joe. Currently, we're not doing tours or anything like that, so it's all just chassis research from home.
Uh-huh.
The Sarah does come in once in a while and may have to go through some of the files that we just don't have digitally available at that point in time. But if we're not doing tours and chassis research, we're scanning materials and entering them in our database. So it's quite busy here. So I think now's probably a good time for doing a tour. So let me see if I can't switch the phone around here. So as you can see, this is our main showroom.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'll take a walk down through here. So this is our 35 Bentley 3.5 liter with a Hooper body. And just so you know, all of these cars have been donated to the Rolls-Royce
Okay.
Foundation. So we have that. We have a 78 T2 here.
And are these very unique cars, or what is the reason for the donation?
Well, a lot of people, just want to make sure that their cars go to a good home.
Wow.
We found out that, a lot of folks, their kids or their grandkids don't have any interest in the cars, and they want to make sure it comes here, or it's people that really believe in what we do here, and they want to make sure that we have a very nice display. And certainly the Rolls-Royce Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, so donors can take advantage of the tax donation
Mhm.
implications as well.
So you're kind
Um,
of collecting like a preservation of history there.
that's correct. Yes. We don't have an early silver ghost, and we don't have some of the newer ones, but we're working on that. And as you'll see, we only have so much limited space, anyways. But we treasure every one of these,
Uh-huh.
and certainly, the cars are great, and what brings the people in. But as I said, we certainly also really enjoy when we get boxes of documentation.
Yeah.
That's really exciting, and certainly helps us. So this is a 51 Bentley Mark 6. This is I think this is a James Young body on it, if I'm not mistaken. Give
Beautiful.
you that. Yeah. And here's an S1.
Do they all have names? You name them all?
Uh, no, I said I'm lucky if I can remember which cars they are half the times. You know, People always ask me which is my favorite one, and I always say, "Oh, it's the next one." So,
Any
but
more donors out there? Mark's
yeah,
waiting.
yeah. So, um, here's our 95 Brooklyns. Give you a quick look at that.
Gorgeous. How many times do you go through and get all these polished up and shining?
We do have a great team of volunteers that come in on a regular basis that are more than happy to help us out here.
I can imagine.
So, we have a monthly meeting of volunteers, which we call the Friends of the Foundation, that come in and do a lot of the maintenance and everything like that on them. And then we have people that come in during the week. Of course, they don't do now because we're shut down, but I do everything from document scanning to detailing cars to whatever it needs. So we're very fortunate that we have some dedicated volunteers. So,
Yeah.
here's our Springfield Phantom 1. So it's
Stunning.
a Brewster body on that.
Love those red wheels.
Yeah, it's a real stunning car. It's an older restoration, and we were just going through some slides here that we found from, I think 40, 50, 60 years ago. And this car was in those slides at an older RROC meet. So it was pretty exciting to see it.
Uh-huh. And I imagine that each of these cars, I mean, they would be top scorers, would they, in their categories?
Well, it depends. Some of them are driver quality. Some are very, very well done Concours. Some are original cars.
Okay.
So, I personally like a driver quality car myself because they don't worry about it. If it gets a little ding or anything like that. Because if you can't enjoy driving it, then I'm not sure what the sense of enjoyment is in some cases.
And on that note, Mark, what do you drive?
I have a very eclectic taste. So my daily driver, and I get kidded about this all the time, is a 2008 Smart 42 with 254,000 miles on it. I have driven that pretty much everywhere. I've driven it down to Amelia Island. I'll just get up and go. I love to drive.
Uh-huh.
Right now it's just a running joke, and just to see how far it's going to last before it explodes. And really, it hasn't given me hardly any problem with it. I've been rear-ended 3 times. I've hit an 8-point buck with it, and it's like a Timex Wax. It just keeps on ticking.
Look how loyal you are. That's fantastic.
So that's my daily driver here. So this is our 46 Silver Wraith with a Freestone and web body on it. Try to give you a little bit more of a profile here.
That's great, thank you.
Yeah, I love the styling on that. And in contrast, here's I think this is a 58 Silver Wraith, 56, I'm sorry, with a Pork Ward body. So it's, completely different looking car, basically the same chassis, obviously, but, it's just 2 different coach builders' approach to the same car.
And did these guys ever get out?
They do on occasion. The Freestone and Web, we just had it on display at Rolls-Royce Motor Cars headquarters in New Jersey not too long ago. So it enjoyed a nice little visit there alongside of a brand new Wraith. They had it right there in their showroom. But yeah, the cars do get out. This one is one of our newest donations and acquisitions, something I'm excited about. Of course, everybody knows that's a Camargue. It's a one-owner car from a long-time Rolls-Royce Owners Club member. I think they were members for well over 50 years. They purchased it brand new and kept it all this time until coming here. So we're very, very excited to have it.
Yeah, you've got a gorgeous collection there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very, very fortunate to have such enthusiastic people that support us. This is a Cloud 1 that we've had for a number of years. Our Phantom 5.
And which was the first that was donated?
We actually started getting cars before the building existed. And I honestly don't know which ones. Some of them have come and gone over the years. But the ones that are here are certainly part of our core collection. The Silver Dawn here belonged to a very good friend of mine and was a former secretary of the Rolls-Royce Owners Club. That came to us after his passing.
Stunning.
Very nice cars. And while we're here, last year we debuted a new art gallery. Several years ago, we were given a donation of the original paintings from the 20 Silver Ghost book by Melbourne Brindle.
Wow.
So we have the original paintings.
Wow. That's fantastic. So you kind of built that as an art collection based on the fact that you have the paintings.
Absolutely, yes. So we have the paintings. They were all professionally cleaned, detailed, framed. We built this a little over a year ago and debuted it in May of last year. So we have we're very fortunate to have all the originals. Plus, we have all of Melbourne Brindle's sketches and idea books, artist proofs, everything like that. So we're very, very fortunate.
Absolutely. And typically anyone can come and visit the collections then?
Absolutely, yes. So once we are open for business again, we'll be glad to show people around.
Okay, and do you have to book or can you just turn up?
For large groups, we ask that you book ahead. We do get groups of 50 to 75 people or more. So it's always good to not have a surprise. We also do rent out the facilities for dinners or luncheons or something along the lines of that if somebody's so inclined. So
that is a very good suggestion. I like that idea. And where are you based, just for everyone's reference?
We are in the appropriately named town of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Perfect.
We're centrally located. Not quite halfway between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, closer to Philadelphia.
Such an amazing collection. It really is.
Yeah, it is. It is stunning, and the attention to detail. I mean, I'll get up a little closer on this one if you can see that. I mean, it looks like it's a black and white photograph, and you know, even the paper clips and everything like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
Melbourne was certainly a wonderful artist, very, very talented. So yeah, we're very fortunate that we have this gallery. We also have a number of display cases. We were donated a really great scale model collection over the years.
Yeah. Oh, I saw those the other day. Didn't you post them on Instagram? I follow you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm doing some small little things just for entertainment. So we had, you can see all of Melbourne Brindle's sketches before they made it into the book. For those that don't know which book I'm talking about, it's the 20 Silver Ghost book. So text by Phil May, and of course featuring all of Melbourne Brindle's artwork. So that gives you a little bit of idea of what we have on display here. There's more of the behind the scenes of the 20 Silver Ghost books. So you can see all the artist sketches. And some more scale models.
It looks lovely in there. I'd love to have a big
Yeah.
dinner in that room.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it's all climate controlled to preserve the paintings. So you can see that. And then there's it's Melbourne Brindle's actual sketchbook that he used for notes and everything like that. So yeah, like I said, it's very cool not only to have the paintings, but also to have the all the behind the scenes
Yeah, the
stuff as well.
background. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, Mark, while I've got you, talk to me about the benefits of membership of the RROC.
So yeah, the RROC was founded in 1951, and we've got members from, I think currently right now 30 countries worldwide, although most of our members are from the USA and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly one of the main things we do is keeping the cars on the road and keeping the cars
Mm-hmm.
running. That is our main focus. We certainly appreciate all of our members' enthusiasm and their passion for Rolls-Royce and Bentley motor cars. So that's the big thing. Of course, we put out the magazine, The Flying Lady, 6 times a year. Our annual directory. We do, the annual meets and national tours. Plus, we have a huge number of regions and societies throughout the U.S. and Canada as well that are more localized or mark specific, that focused on people with those interest or geographical locations.
And you do a lot of seminars as well, and you have the incredible forum, which is an amazing networking community for members with technical information, correct?
Absolutely, yes. And I was getting to the forum. I mean, that is very much member generated on that. And, our members are very passionate, very knowledgeable. I'm on that, at least a few times a day, just looking at some of the things that people post. And, I always tell people that are looking to buy a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley that, you may want to join the club first, learn everything you can about what you're looking for before you go out and buy a car. It's always more beneficial to do as much research and background as you can. And certainly our members are very good. I mean, you look at some of the posts on the forum, and all you have to do is just say, hey, I'm new to the club and I'm looking to buy a Silver Shadow. What should I look for? And, you will get so much helpful information. The folks on the forum are very, very enthusiastic.
Yeah, I've heard it's an incredible resource. I mean, I'm not technical myself, so I haven't used it, but I've heard, a lot about the fact that it's one of the best resources.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have a list of technical consultants that are people that are in the industry, professionals or just enthusiasts that, if you're a club member, you could dial somebody up and said, hey, listen, I just bought this car. It was running fine and now it's not. And what should I be looking for? And for the most part, these folks will be glad to sit on the, take your call and and chat with you and try to walk you through it. And
Yeah.
so we're all in this together, and we try to be very, very helpful, and we're very community oriented when it comes to that. This is our currently right now. It's the foundation's parts warehouse.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, there's a huge amount of parts back there. We were very grateful to get a number of large parts donations over the past several years. Um, we are slowly trying to change this facility around
Hmm.
in this area to make room for more educational displays as well as rotating exhibits. So probably with any luck, this time next year, it'll look completely different.
We can revisit you in a year.
Absolutely. So yeah, this will look completely different, hopefully within a year. This 99 Silver Spur is the foundation's current raffle car.
Oh,
Um,
tell
we
us
were
about the raffle. Where can we get tickets?
Yeah. So, well, you can't buy tickets anymore because as of today, we have sold out. We had just a handful left yesterday. We
Uh-huh.
sent out an email blast to our members, and they are gone. I mean,
Well, well done. That's good news.
yeah,
Sad
very,
for us
yeah,
and our viewers, but well done you.
yeah. Thank you. So, I mean, this is this is a 99 Silver Spur, and it's one of the very last ones. This one has a little over 7,000 miles. And once again, this car was donated to us by a member, and, she was very, very enthusiastic and very supportive. And she said, whatever you want to do with this is fine. And, it's such a stunning car. I mean, we certainly would love to keep it, but we'd also love to see a member, or even somebody who isn't a member and bought a ticket and become a member
Uh-huh.
to get this car and enjoy it. And hopefully we will see it in Lake George at the annual meet next year.
And
Um,
when
you
do we
know,
find out?
so we were planning on drawing the ticket on June 27th of this year at the Gettysburg annual
Uh,
meet during the awards banquet. Of course,
right.
that has been canceled, but we're keeping that date and time, and we will draw it here. So
Okay,
we'll
fantastic.
we'll do a Facebook live stream or something along the lines of that. So stay tuned for those details. So
I am
and keep
putting
your
that
fingers
firmly in the
crossed.
diary.
So yeah, somebody's going to end up with a stunning car. So,
Fantastic.
we've got some display engines here. And right now, you'll have to excuse, it's a little bit of a mess here. We've been shuffling a little things around, and then of course we got the order that everybody had to just go home and stay there. So things are sort of right in the middle of projects.
It doesn't look that disorganized. Looks pretty organized to me.
Well, thank you. I'm a little OCD sometimes, so it's, I see things out of place. Like, oh, it really nice to be there. But so we've got a Phantom 2 chassis here, which is a great display piece, and we have it juxtaposed to a Goodwood Phantom space frame that was given to us by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars. So
Wow.
that's always a huge hit. People love to see what a Goodwood Phantom looks like underneath the skin.
Absolutely.
Here's another donation. This is a project car that was given to us. It's a Phantom 3 with a gurney nutting Sedanka DeVille body on it. The person who donated it, her husband had this at a restoration shop and was in the process of restoring it. Unfortunately, he passed away, and she had no interest in the car. So at some point in time, we will be selling this car. It's beyond our scope
Mhm.
of working on it. We do light maintenance here, and I just don't have time in my life to get back into the restoration business and complete this car. I mean, it's going to be a stunning car when it's done. Certainly,
Yeah,
we'll hopefully to see it at a Rolls-Royce annual meet, and it'll probably be on the lawn at Pebble Beach someday. But
let's
great big
hope.
cars, got big swooping front wings, rear mounted spares. So it should be a wonderful car when completed. We've got a Shadow display chassis here. So it's actually one of the very early pre-production Shadows. So we've used that for seminars and technical seminars as well, which makes a great learning piece here. One of the things, the foundation being a nonprofit organization, it's achieved its nonprofit status through educational work.
Mhm.
So we hold a number of seminars here on site as well.
Right. Okay.
So, that's a very important part of our nonprofit status. So
Oh,
the two buildings I've showed you so far are
uh-huh.
actual Rolls-Royce Foundation property. And as I walk through this door right here, we actually walk into what is technically Rolls-Royce Owners Club property.
Okay.
Although this is, as you can see, a continuation of the foundation. So we have cars in here that are being worked on, or we don't have room in the showroom, or we've just shuffled things around a little bit. We've got a huge amount of literature up against these walls, and a lot of this stuff still needs to be scanned, so we're always busy doing stuff. So this is a 59 Silver Cloud 1 that we received. The front wings are for a 2530 project, which you'll see here shortly.
Uh-huh.
This is one of our favorites, and certainly one of when people come in to tour the museum. This is a Cloud 2 with some Radford enhancements. It's typically in the showroom. We've moved it out here temporarily just to do some minor repairs on that. Of course, we had the shutdown, and now we just have to wait till we're allowed back in. So
Love that it's set
we
up for
have,
a picnic.
yeah, we have a Bentley Special here known as the Black Adder, which we
Wow.
got about 2 years ago. Real fun car.
Yeah.
Certainly great for vintage racing.
Stunning.
Yeah, it's a sweet running car. So we can't wait to get that back out and enjoy it. So, we've got some silver shadows here.
Uh-huh.
This is the 2530 project I was talking about just a couple of minutes ago. This
Yep.
is a woolly body coupe. I think there's only two woolly bodies left. So we're in the process of working on this. We just redid the engine on it through a series of about 2 or 3 technical seminars. We had one scheduled for next month, but that was canceled due to the coronavirus situation. So once we are allowed to, we will get this back up on schedule, and we will have a tuning seminar. We had one to tear it down. We had an assembly, and so the next one will be the final stage of engine tuning. One of our board members and really great technical consultant, Tim Jane from eastern part of Pennsylvania, did probably the majority, if not all, the work on the engine, getting it together. And he and another fellow will be up and do some tuning bits on it. So if you have a small horsepower car, it will certainly be beneficial for you to learn more about these cars. We've got another SZ series car here. That's a Spirit. And then another Shadow. This is another earlier Shadow. This one we had up at Pennsylvania College of Technology, about 2 hours north of where we sit.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the very few colleges that offer a degree in automotive restoration.
I love
And
that.
the students just repainted this over the course of some time in its original regal red color. So they did a really, really nice job on it. We still have to go through the brakes on it and everything
Mhm.
like that, but it's certainly stunning compared to what it was when the students got it. So right now the students have a 2025 project that they were working on for us.
So we've got some great future mechanics coming into the industry.
Absolutely, yes. And then
That's good to hear.
that's our Silver Wraith. So this is, as I said, this is sort of a common area here
Uh-huh.
for the Rolls-Royce Owners Club and Rolls-Royce Foundation. We also have things like mugs and umbrellas, jewelry, you name it, we've got a lot of it here. So, and this is where it's all kept. So, shop manual reprints. There's a whole thing there. Specialized tools. You can't find British Standard tools or Whitworth tools. we've got them here. And of course, we've got mineral oil, all sorts of automotive paraphernalia and accessories, and then clothing
Wow.
in both Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and RROC and RRF clothing as well. So
I recognize some of those part numbers in there.
and so this is actually the headquarters office building here.
Okay.
This is where I and the ladies work here.
Uh-huh.
And of course, obviously, right now it's a ghost town, but you can see some of the trophies that we bring to annual meets every year.
Uh-huh.
You get a good view of that. So this is where all the magic happens. So when you call into the club, it's either Kathy, Eileen, Bonnie, or myself that answer the phone. So this is it.
Oh, it's so good to actually see where you all are.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only bonus from Corona, is that I'm finally getting to see the other end of the phone.
There you go. That's my messy office. Don't look in there.
Where the magic happens.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. A clean desk is a dangerous mind as far as I'm concerned. So, and this is our showroom where we have a lot of our merchandise on display. We don't get a lot of member visitors here, but certainly when they do, this gives them a very good opportunity to see what we have and pick up things and try shirts on and jackets on and stuff like that.
My 4-year-old has that pink Bentley top.
Oh, okay. There you go.
In a smaller size.
In a smaller size. Okay.
He's obsessed with Bentley.
Yep. Yep. And then here we have a meeting room. So we've got our boardroom meeting room. Yes. So so that's us in a nutshell.
Mark, that's been fantastic. I really
absolutely.
appreciate that.
That's our little slice of heaven here.
Well, I'm just so looking forward to actually visiting in person one day. I'm going to put it firmly on my radar to come and visit you next summer.
Great. Yep. We will be here and we will be glad to see somebody. No matter what happens, we'll still be here operating the Rolls-Royce Owners Club and the Rolls-Royce Foundation. And, we'll keep everybody, all of our members happy as best as possible, and keep people with things to read and keeping them busy and giving them information to keep cars on the road.
Yeah, well, you're doing an amazing job preserving that history, and it's an important history. Very important.
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate that tour, and I'm looking forward to getting it out and sharing it.
Yeah, wonderful, Annika. Thank you very much. This has been great. At the very least, we'll see you in Lake George next year, right?
100%. And in the meantime, keep us posted when you get updates on events.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.